Up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with the season finale of Love After Lockup, Season 6, Episode 10. The episode is titled Old Flames and New Fires, you guys. Before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss Love After Lockup, shall we? All right, you guys. So, Love After Lockup. This was the season finale. So, Life After Lockup, if you guys can see the screenshot, it premieres in August of this year. Now, the people that I see on here that are going to be on Life After Lockup, they could have kept some of them. Kiana Deandre are returning. Will and Courtney are returning. Justine and Michael are back. Bianca and Daniel are back. What's the girl's name? What was the girl's name with the bad weave that her husband was in jail that she thought he was getting out of jail? Keith and Letitia. Keith and Letitia, they're back because he's out of jail officially. Zebra Stripes and Troy are back, and JK and Brooke are going to Life After Lockup. Tell me how y'all feel about them couples going to Life After Lockup, because I ain't feeling it. No way, no how, no ma'am, no. But let's get into this episode, you guys, shall we? So this is the season finale. I'm gonna go ahead and get the one couple out the way that they didn't show, but they showed an update for them. Savannah and Bradley, both of them are single. They ain't talking to each other. That is it. That is all for Savannah and Bradley. Didn't care, did we? Now let's go into people who we really don't care about. Will and Courtney, who are, like I said, are going to Life After Lockup, which I don't know why, because I don't like them, but hey. So we picked up with them arguing with each other, right? So she is mad that he's bringing up the fact that she had men when she was in prison, you know, taking care of her and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, but if you're still talking to them, like, why are you talking to them and you got a husband? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but at the same time, I don't really care. So when she was telling us about the men that she talked to in prison, she told us that she got about $25,000 from the men. Then she also said that, you know, she spent money on commissary. So I think she said she was down to about like $1,400 or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't listening. But also, we see they get past that scene. So then it was his last day there. So he pulled up to Courtney to see if Courtney would have a conversation with him, right? So they did talk. He apologized to her, and that was really it. So she told him, you know, how stressed she is right now. And then, you know, we see as he took her to the airport, she was once again asking this man about money. And so he told her, you know, you got my credit card, try not to spend over $1,000 a month. I was like, what is $1,000 a month gonna do? Like, in this economy, especially this economy today, where's $1,000? I mean, hell, groceries alone, you looking at, you probably might be spending close to it. But hey, he told her $1,000. So Will and Courtney's story ended with Courtney was arrested 6 weeks later. And their story will continue in Life After Lockup. Why? I do not fucking know. Let's pause here and move on to the next couple that I don't care about. Brooklyn and Brian, you guys. Now, with Brooklyn and Brian, it's not that I don't care about them. It's Brooklyn for me. Brooklyn, I want better for you, my girl. Beloved, I want better for you. You can obviously see that this man didn't really give a fuck, right, about anything. Because remember, the last time we saw Brooklyn and Brian, he had to be back home by 3 o'clock for his curfew, right? So him and his homeboy Adrian went to go look for something for him to wear, right? So they went to they went and did that, but then his friend wants to take him to a strip club, which I don't understand why it was a necessity to take him to the strip club, knowing it was 2:30 at that time. I don't know how far away they were from Brooklyn's house, but still, 2:30, you run the risk of running into traffic. Like, anything unforeseen can happen. When you are in a rush to get somewhere, anything and everything can happen to you, right? So I don't know why you tempted fate like that, right? So at one point, Brooklyn called him on the phone and she was like, where are you at? Now, what I will say is the way, Brooklyn was cussing and talking to him, I would have probably hung up as well. But I get that she's coming from a place of caring and, wanting what's best for him. But it doesn't seem like he want what's best for him at the same time, right? Because if he did, he would have told his homeboy, like, yo, Adrian, man, I'm on the clock. I ain't trying to take my ass back to jail. So then he called him a bitch when he said he wanted to go. I was like, he's a bitch because he don't want to go back to prison? That's stupid to me. So we see as they're in traffic trying to rush to get back to Brooklyn's house. And like I just said, the things that you don't think could happen, people driving slow, car accidents, traffic jams. That shit was happening to them. And so Brooklyn called him like, again, where you at? So he's like, I'm almost there. I'm like 30 minutes away. And she's like, why are you 30 minutes away? So Adrian is telling Brian to hang up the phone. Dude, you gonna sit here and listen to your friend tell you to hang up in your girl's face? But hey, he did it. He still did it. So we see as Brian made it to Brooklyn's house. He made it to Brooklyn's house at 3:01, not 3:00. So he rushes. I think he was on the phone with his PO telling him like, I'm in the house right now. Like that ankle monitor is geo-tracked. Now granted, it would show you on the street, but if it's geo-tracked, it could probably pick up that you're not really at her house, and it can also see that you're moving. But whatever, right? So he gets out the car. He's nonchalant about it. Adrian's in the car being an asshole. So I'm like, he's on time. No, he's not on time. 3:01 is not on time. If it says he needs to be at home at 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, not 3:01, not 3:02, not 3:03. 3 o'clock. You can be there at 2:50. If he's there at 2:59, okay. Me, I'm a punctual person. I do not. One thing that will grind my gears is having me late somewhere, because I can't do it, you guys. I cannot do it. But so then they go inside. They have a conversation, right? So he eventually told Brooklyn that he went to the strip club. Brooklyn got pissed off. I don't know why she got pissed off about this. I mean, let's just be real. Most men do go to the strip club. So I don't know, right? But hey, it is what it is. But honestly, Brooklyn, it seems like you care more about his freedom at this point than he did. And I would have just ended the conversation with him, period, point blank. Me personally, I would have ended the conversation with him, but she kept going. So then 12 hours later, I believe it was, we see as but Brian and her daughter are making breakfast, right? So at first I didn't have a big, huge issue with her daughter calling him bestie, but now I do, you guys. I don't really see it. I don't like that her daughter calls him bestie. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. Did I say I don't like it? Because I don't like it. So then she talks about they are a power couple like Jay-Z and Beyonce. I said, lower your standards. You can be a power couple like Kirk and Rashida. That's fine. But J and B, absolutely not. So we find out that he's off house arrest and they are still working towards a baby, which I don't get that either. The man is just fresh out of prison. Why are you trying to have a baby with him? He don't have a job. Like, I don't understand that. But that's neither here nor there. Let's pause here and move on to the next couple. Next up, you guys, Joey and Michael. It ain't really much to say with Joey and Michael besides the obvious that we saw it coming with Joey and Michael. I really felt bad for Joey when Michael broke up with him, but it needed to happen, right? Because Michael didn't want to stand straight and narrow. Michael wanted to go out, do whatever Michael does, which is a problem because here's my thing. Michael is back in prison. Michael doesn't get out. He got 3 years in prison. He doesn't get out until 2029. And even when he gets out again, I feel like it's going to be a pattern. He's going to get out because what happened is, so he went and met up with his friend after he broke up with Joey, right? And he's telling his friend he thinks he made a big mistake. You didn't make a big mistake. You spared Joey in the long run. I will say that. He spared Joey. And I think Joey's mom even tried to tell him that, right? You got spared. Michael doesn't want to stay clean. Michael wants to go back to prison. Michael must have another boyfriend in prison that he misses, right? Because it just doesn't make any sense to me. So we also find out that, and while this scene is going on, Michael is at a gay bar and he's drinking. I was like, dude. But again, I'm not shocked that Michael did what Michael did, right? So we find out that Michael is in prison because, one, he didn't report to his probation officer, right? Or parole officer, whichever one. He didn't report. He didn't stay at that halfway house, right? He used drugs. Then he got into a collision at a stop sign. So I'm assuming you probably were high at that fucking stop sign, right? So when the police got there, Michael had a warrant for his arrest. They arrested his ass, put him back in prison. He's in there for, like I said, for another 3 years. But he's talking about Michael doesn't want to kick that habit, and that's I feel so bad for Michael in that regards because you can see it throughout the season. His addiction is very strong. Now he's talking about he still cares from Joey and loves Joey. Joey, if you saw any of this shit on this, if you saw this episode, block him. Delete his contact information. Don't accept any phone calls from him. He's no good for you. That's period, point blank. The man is just no good for you, and I don't want you to be with him. Then not Joey, but Michael lost me. Michael said when he said he had sex, if not every day, it was every other day, and he said this is just a rough guesstimation of how many people he slept with. He said 14 people. I said, God damn, bitch, I ain't never slept with 14 people. And I lost my virginity at I know, this is a different story for a different day. But when I lost my virginity, even when I lost my virginity, I ain't slept with 14 people in that time span from losing my virginity to now. I ain't slept with I ain't slept with 14 people. It damn sure ain't 14. Because at one point I was in a long-term relationship for 5 years, so damn sure wasn't no 14 people. So the fuck? I mean, Jesus be offense. Let's pause here and move on to the next couple, you guys, shall we? All right, you guys. So the next couple, let's just go ahead and talk about Kiana and Deandre. His name, the way his name is spelled, him and Joella's name. Speaking of Joella, let's talk about Joella. Joella, I want you to have higher standards for yourself, baby girl. So remember, Kiana and Deandre had broke up, right? She was throwing this shit out in this week's episode, and she asked him why he cheated on her. So Deandre says that he cheated on Kiana because Kiana cheated on him when he was in the shoe, right? And I was like, okay, so you were in jail when she cheated on you. So it really isn't cheating. But she says that she cheated on him because she found out that he was texting the mother of his kids. Now she didn't say it was Joella, so it's probably another one of the women that he got kids with. I was like, Kiana, you are so stupid, because if you cheated on him because he was in communication with a woman that he got kids with, what kind of logic is that? What kind of bullshit, dumbass, stupid ass, hood ass logic is that? It makes no sense to me. But okay, that's what she said, right? So then we see as they decided to break up with each other. She gave him his ring back, and that's it. They separated. I was like, y'all are not separated. A separation is for a married couple. A legal separation. Y'all are broken up. It ain't no separated because y'all are not married. Y'all are broken up. But neither here nor there. Let's play semantics with them. They're separated. So we find out that he was staying with his daddy, right? But he also said that he stays with Joella so that he can watch the boys. I was like, bullshit. You staying with Joella for the kids and to be in proximity to Joella, because Joella then said, I knew he wasn't gonna be with Kiana, and I just want him. He came back here with me and the kids, and I just wanted my family back. I was like, so you are happy being the other woman? Why? Joella, have higher standards for yourself. Then we also found out that Deandre is still talking to Kiana. I said, I knew it. Like Joella. So I'm guessing in Life After Lockup, we're gonna see Joella, Kiana, and Deandre on the screen. You know, when they introduce the couples, I guess we're gonna see those three. Joella. You look dumb. You look like a bird. You look stupid. Go find a man that wants you and ain't gonna play fucking games with you and go between you and another woman. Again, have higher fucking standards for yourself. Joella. So at their closing, it said that Kiana and Deandre are rekindling their relationship. Joella, stop being on this merry-go-round with him. Kiana, also, you get off of it too. Then we found out that he lives with his dad and Joella. I was like, he playing with both of y'all, and y'all just don't see it. Like I said, they're going to be on Life After Lockup as well. Why? I don't know. But I'm with these two, I guess I can, with these three, I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them as opposed to Courtney and Will and Alexis and, not Alexis, but Courtney and Will and Alex and JK. I keep wanting to say Alexis, but her name is Alex. So let's pause here and move forward, you guys. Speaking of Alex and JK, let's talk about Alex and JK. Now, what's that girl's name? Alexis? Oh, it isn't wait. Huh? Brooke and JK. If I've been saying Alex, my bad, you guys. It's Brooke and JK. Brooke and JK. Alex is the ex-girlfriend. So if I've been saying Alex and JK, charge it to he's talking to two different women. So Brooke and JK. So we see JK. He is still at Alex's house, right? What kind of fucking house was that? I'm sorry. That house that Alex lived in, condemn that house. Please and thank you. So Alex is telling JK she never had sex with her ex-boyfriend. He doesn't believe her because remember, his messy ass best friend who lives with Brooke recorded her saying she had sex with her ex-husband, right? But I'm still thinking to myself again, you were in prison. What can you do for her? It ain't like you can come out of jail and dick her down. So I don't blame her for cheating on you, right? It ain't really cheating because you behind bars. You can't give me nothing physically, mentally, or emotionally. Let's just be for real with each other. The only thing you can do to me every week is phone talk. Girl, ain't much I can do with that, but neither here nor there, right? So he doesn't believe her, and he's talking about how she hurt him. I was like, but, and it's so interesting the way you're talking about how she's doing you, how she did you, you're doing the same thing to Brooke. Speaking of Brooke's dumb ass, so Brooke's stupid ass left her fucking job for this dumb shit, girl. And she was talking to his best friend on the phone. Time, I think I may have lost my job because I just left my job because JK is at Alex's house. And so the friend was like, oh, so he wants his cake and he wants to eat it too. Duh. But I think I lost my job. You should. Like, what job is gonna sit there and let you literally? Granted, y'all know I work from home, right? I work from home, and because I do get away with doing. There are some things that I do that I probably, that I probably shouldn't do because I get to get up and leave my desk at any time I want to, right? And as long as I come back and make up the time, right? So, but girl, but I would never do like. Only time I leave my job if it's I'm sick, doctor's appointment for these braces, dentist appointment, any kind of appointment, right? That's the only time I leave, or to go get something to eat, or if I gotta run an errand, I'll do that. But bitch, I ain't finna go. Bitch, I wish I would. If I'm talking to a motherfucker and I feel like, first of all, like I said, I would never put a tracker on the person that I'm dating. But if I'm talking to a motherfucker and I look up and say, oh, you at another nigga's or another bitch house or whoever's house, bitch, I'm not gonna be like, oh, so he at that, oh, she at that, oh, no. I'm not finna do none of that dumb shit. Like, I don't understand men and women who, more so women. Nothing personal, ladies. Love you guys. Love my ladies that are subscribed to me. But I just don't understand stupid shit like that. If you feel the need to do some stupid shit like that with your significant other, put a tracker on them, then you don't need to be in a relationship with that person. Like, let's just be real about the situation. You don't need to be in a relationship with somebody that you do not trust. And I'm speaking, I'm talking to myself as well because this is younger JB. Younger JB, like the 5-year relationship that I was in, towards the end of our relationship, there was a lack of trust. There was a lack of trust. And I wasn't doing, well, was I? So the most that I did, I'm finna tell on myself. So my ex had a Dodge Challenger, right? It was a pretty blue Dodge Challenger. And there was this one day, I just happened to be driving, right? And I drive down this street and I'm like, oh, and I look, wait a minute. That's your, who was this? Whose house are you at? Like, whose house are you at? Because I know where you typically hang out at. And who the fuck is this? Whose house are you at? But I didn't say, it took a while before I said something. Because I found, I was like, why? Because what happened is, I saw the car, I sent a text like, what you doing? Didn't get a fucking response. But then, once my ex left the house, that's when I got the text. I was like, where you been at? I was at a friend's house. What friend? Because I don't know this friend. I know your friends. Who is this friend? Was cheating on me, and I got payback. I got get back because damn, I'm finna tell on myself. But I was young, you guys, so don't judge me. I was a young 20. How old were we? How old were we at that time? I feel like we were 20, I was like 23, 22, 23 years old, somewhere around that time, somewhere around that age. So I started talking, so the same person that I was being cheated on with, I made friends with that person. And I was like, okay, so tell me what you know about this. But so I got all, so yeah, don't judge me. That was 20s. What I do it today at this, what I do it in this day and time, nah, I wouldn't. So after that, he left. And so then we see as Brooke called him, right? And she's like, where the fuck you at? He said, I'm just leaving, looking for a job. She's like, you were at Alex's place, right? So she told him where she was going to be at, and he met her there. She had a stupid ass, she had a damn attitude. He told her he needed to close that chapter in his life with Alex. And I was like, well, if you needed to close a chapter in that part of your life, why'd you have to go see her? I'm not defending Brooke, but why'd you have to go see her? Like, that didn't make sense to me, but neither here nor there. So he told Brooke he's gonna choose her. I was like, girl, if you stupid enough to believe it, then you stupid enough to believe it. But their story continues in life after lockup, and she is pregnant. Let's pause here, you guys, and I think we're wrapping up the episode because I think we talked about everybody, haven't we? But let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So we talked about Courtney and Will, right? We talked about Kiana Deandre, Alex and JK, Joey, and Michael, and Brooklyn and Brian. So let's talk about the couple that I pity the most. And I don't even pity the couple. I pity one person, and that is Alexis. I pity Alexis because for her to sit there and deal with this shit with him. Speaking of Alexis, I saw yesterday on Instagram that she was on TikTok and she recorded herself putting him out. Okay, whatever. So he came back to her place, and I guess he got a key to her place because he opened the door by himself. So she asked him where was he at the night before. He said he was with somebody. I don't know who he said he was with. So so he came in and she asked him why come he didn't text her or call her, but he was more so worried about where the food was because she had cooked breakfast and he was worried about where that food was. I was like, damn, you care more about the food than you care about your girl? Cool, whatever. So then she told him that she's pregnant, right? He was like, damn. The way he talks, it's like he owns something. I feel like he'd be on some kind of a drug. So that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. It's not crazy. So 1 + 1 equals 2. 2. So you keep going. Then that's gonna equal 3. And if you with no protection on, that definitely. Well, let me start over. 1 + 1. You got 2. You got 2 in the hole, right? You got 2. Now, if you got something on you that's covering you and protecting you and your girlfriend, then it's just gonna be 1 + 1 and 2. So it's gonna be you 2. Now, if you keep going and you ain't got nothing on you, then when you get to that magic point and you inside of her, then it's gonna equal 3. And so you guys are having a baby because you didn't wear a fucking condom. So it ain't crazy, bro. It ain't crazy. It's the way of life. So it ain't crazy. But then, she started crying. I was like, what did you expect from this boy? He's 25 years old. He went in jail as a teenager. So what did you expect from him? So he came and talked to her and he apologized to her, right? So he said that he's happy that they're having a baby. But then they got into it again when she was talking about him getting a job. He said, I ain't finna be no delivery boy. Well, you finna do something, motherfucker. Because she said it. And I was thinking, like, she's like, I can, she says she can't take care of her bills and another human. He's like, you ain't taking care of me. Where are you staying at? You're staying with her. You drove her car. So as long as you right there in her roof, she's taking care of you. Now, if you leave and go stay with somebody else, then yeah, she ain't taking care of you. Then this man had the audacity to tell her that only thing he does is sleep there and fuck her. I said, Alexis, tell him to get the fuck out. So they got into it. So she followed him outside and she was like, so you leaving for good? He said, yeah. And she's like, we need to figure things out because she said she wants better for the baby than what they both had, right? He said, well, you making it hard because he wants to call her toxic. I said, excuse me? Toxic? Toxic is the motherfucker who think he's gonna have a rap career because he's not making get quick money. It ain't gonna be from rapping and you're gonna wind yourself up back in jail. But hey, you know what? Julius, go ahead and do whatever the hell you want to do, right? So their story closed. We're going to life after lockup with them as well. I think. Are we on a Life After Lockup with them too? I think I saw them in the I think I saw them. I feel like I saw them, but I could be wrong. I feel like I saw them in the teaser. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. If I didn't, good. But they had a baby. Her name is Juliana, and like I said, she kicked him out again. And then Ashley got their tattoo covered up. Thank God. Ashley got a new boyfriend too. I don't know if they still together, and I don't care if they still together. But that's all I got for Life After Lockup, you guys. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video. And until the next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.